Hello YouTube, this is another reptile video on what should I do if I drop my reptile. So, here's a little reptile that I like to call Sandy. No, she is not actually a real reptile. I would not clamp a tag to a real reptile. And I would not drop a real reptile, as I love all of my pets. I would not want any one of them to get hurt. But this is a video for if I'm holding my lizard like this, and she decided to jump. Your lizard ends up on the floor from you standing up. This is an awful small creature, and you're wondering how to tell if your lizard is okay. Most of the time, a lizard will instantly flip over, or a snake, this is for any reptile, will flip over and land on their feet. So, or if they do land on their back, then they'll roll over and land on their feet. So here's what you should always do if you drop your reptile. Now, this is not a professional person telling you what to do if you drop your reptile. This is simply a pet owner, and I have found my own method to what to do if you drop your reptile. Now, I've only dropped my leopard gecko twice when she was a baby, because she liked to jump. And my snake over here, who is also a baby, I have only dropped one time now. And I'm very ashamed to admit that I've ever dropped any of my reptiles, but accidents happen. Not everybody is perfect. Ashamed of it, but it's a fact. So, I've been holding my beanbag reptile here, pretending, of course, that this is a real reptile, and she decided to jump. And she fell. So here's what you should always do. Stay very, very still. Lower yourself to the ground very slowly, so as not to scare the reptile any more than it's already been scared. The reptile is probably going to be pretty shooken up from the fall, and probably is already going to be having labored breathing. Do not touch the reptile yet. Wait to see if the reptile starts moving. So, of course, I'm moving the reptile, but this is pretending that I'm not, and the reptile has started to move away from the spot by itself. That indicates to me that the reptile is not injured enough that it cannot move. That's when I come in for the move to pick up the reptile. Now, at that point, I'm going to stay low to the ground because the reptile could be scared and want to jump again. And you certainly don't want to drop your reptile a second time. So, I examined the reptile. And if the reptile seems to be okay, but is labored breathing and shooken up, which will happen most of the time, what I will do is... This is how you calm your reptile down. After you've dropped a reptile, you don't want to continue handling it. It's going to be scared, shaken up, and labored breathing from the drop. And that's not good. It's causing the reptile stress. So what you're going to want to do is put your lizard in her tank, his or her tank. And, well, I keep saying lizard, but as I said, this goes for almost any reptile. And she'll go into her hide, just pretending that that's in her hide. And you're going to leave her in her hide for the rest of the day, so that she can calm down and try to forget about the drop. And the next day, if your lizard or reptile seems to be back to normal, back to her old habits, and doesn't seem to have gotten injured at all, then she's probably, well, the reptile is probably okay. If she's still acting like she's hurt or shaken up from it, you're going to want to take your reptile to a local veterinarian. I recommend that you call the veterinarian first, as the reptile is probably, if the reptile's injured, it's going to still be shaken up, still labored breathing most likely, and the car ride probably isn't going to be the best thing for the lizard. So you may want to call your veterinarian first to find out if you absolutely have to bring your reptile in. So that was a video on what to do if you accidentally drop your lizard or reptile. I'm going to say it one more time. No reptiles were injured in the making of this video. And thank you for watching.